Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Collins, and today I want to share something that could completely change your mornings and your health if you're over 40, 50, or beyond. For years, we've all been told that coffee just wakes you up, maybe gives you a little boost of metabolism, or helps you focus. But recent research is revealing something far more remarkable. Scientists have discovered that adding certain natural powders to your morning coffee doesn't just make a slight difference. It can transform your daily cup into a metabolic and cognitive powerhouse. We're talking effects that go beyond what coffee alone can do. In fact, studies from top universities show that specific powders can triple your antioxidant activity, help stabilize blood sugar, strengthen your gut lining, reduce inflammation, boost brain signaling, and even accelerate fat burning. Most people have no idea that traditional cultures around the world have been mixing similar powders into their beverages for hundreds of years, long before modern wellness trends caught up. What's even more fascinating is that some of these powders interact with coffee in ways that create entirely new compounds in your body, metabolic compounds that don't exist when you consume coffee or the powders separately. It's like your cup of coffee transforms into a lab of biochemical reactions in your own body. MRIs show improved blood flow to the brain within minutes. Continuous glucose monitors reveal smoother post-meal blood sugar curves. Stress hormones drop. Inflammation markers decline. And certain powders activate a little-known metabolic pathway called AMPK, often referred to as the longevity switch. Research has shown that older adults adding these powders to their daily coffee experienced notable improvements in energy, digestion, cognitive clarity, and overall metabolic flexibility. Now, I want to start with powder number 5, the first in our countdown of 5 powders that can radically change your coffee and your health. Powder number 5 is raw cacao powder. This isn't the processed cocoa you find in stores or baking mixes. Raw cacao has been celebrated for centuries for its brain-protective properties. Researchers studying the Cuna people of Panama found that these individuals drink up to 5 cups of cacao-infused beverages every day and have incredibly low rates of heart disease, stroke, and dementia, even into their 90s. When their blood was analyzed, researchers were amazed to find nitric oxide levels comparable to healthy 30-year-olds, despite their advanced age. Raw cacao contains the highest concentration of antioxidants of any food, with ORAC values far surpassing blueberries, making it a powerful addition to coffee. But here's where it gets really interesting for your morning cup. When combined with coffee, the theobromine in cacao, a gentle stimulant similar to caffeine, but without the jitters, modulates how your body processes the caffeine, creating a steady energy curve instead of a spike and crash. This means you get focused energy for 6 to 8 hours instead of the usual 2 to 3 hour coffee buzz followed by that afternoon slump we all know too well. Additionally, flavonoids in cacao cross the blood-brain barrier and stimulate brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, essentially promoting new neuron growth and enhancing memory and cognitive performance. Studies show that consuming even 20 grams of raw cacao daily can improve memory scores, increase blood flow to the hippocampus, and support long-term brain health. To maximize benefits, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw cacao to your freshly brewed coffee, letting the temperature cool slightly below 170 degrees Fahrenheit to preserve its delicate compounds. A small whisk or milk frother will help blend it into a rich, slightly bitter chocolate coffee that awakens both your senses and your body. Opt for organic, unprocessed cacao to ensure the antioxidant and neuroprotective compounds remain intact. For peak cognitive and metabolic benefits, drink your cacao coffee in the morning on an empty stomach or about 30 minutes before any mentally demanding tasks, and start with a smaller amount for the first week to allow your body to adjust. Now, let's move on to powder number 4, Ceylon cinnamon, which some people think is just a spice, but it has astonishing effects on blood sugar and overall metabolic health. Scientists at the University of California were stunned when they discovered that adding just half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to morning coffee significantly reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by nearly 30% and improved insulin sensitivity by almost 20% after just 40 days. This isn't the regular cinnamon you find at most grocery stores, which can actually be harmful in large amounts because of its high coumarin content. True Ceylon cinnamon contains only trace amounts of coumarin and is packed with powerful compounds called procyanidins, which act like a natural, gentle version of prescription diabetes medications. What makes this combination with coffee so remarkable is a phenomenon researchers call the entourage effect. The polyphenol in coffee boosts the bioavailability of cinnamon's active compounds by up to 300% compared to taking cinnamon on its own. A groundbreaking study from the American Diabetes Association followed 343 pre-diabetic adults for 90 days and found that those who added 1 gram of Ceylon cinnamon to their morning coffee not only stabilized their blood sugar but actually reversed prediabetes in 41% of participants, a result typically requiring prescription medication. The science behind it is fascinating. Ceylon cinnamon contains a water-soluble compound that mimics insulin activity, essentially tricking your cells into absorbing glucose more efficiently while slowing carbohydrate breakdown in your digestive system. And here's the really exciting part. This combination with coffee creates what researchers call a metabolic window that lasts up to 12 hours. That means your body continues to burn fat efficiently throughout the day, and studies even show a 17% increase in resting metabolic rate. Its anti-inflammatory benefits are impressive too, with research showing a reduction in C-reactive protein by up to 32% when consumed daily for 8 weeks. To get the most out of Ceylon cinnamon coffee, add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of finely ground cinnamon directly to your coffee grounds before brewing. This allows the hot water to extract all the fat-soluble compounds that wouldn't dissolve if stirred in after brewing. For French press or pour-over methods, this works perfectly. If you use a drip coffee maker, you can make a cinnamon concentrate by simmering 1 teaspoon of cinnamon in 8 ounces of water for 10 minutes, then adding it to your coffee. Timing matters. Drinking it 15 to 20 minutes before your first meal maximizes its blood sugar stabilizing effects and can reduce your glucose response to breakfast by up to 40%. Now, let's step up the brain power with powder number 3, lion's mane mushroom. This isn't just a trendy supplement. It's a remarkable nerve growth stimulator that helps reverse brain aging. Japanese researchers at Tohoku University discovered that older adults with mild cognitive impairment who consumed 3 grams of lion's mane daily in their morning beverage for 16 weeks showed measurable improvements in cognitive function. MRI scans even revealed actual neuron regeneration in areas of the brain typically affected by aging. Lion's mane contains 2 unique compounds, hericenones and irinosines, which cross the blood-brain barrier and stimulate nerve growth factor production. When combined with coffee, the caffeine increases blood flow to the brain by up to 30%, enhancing absorption of these compounds and creating what researchers call a neuroplasticity window. During this period, your brain becomes highly adaptable, making it easier to learn new skills, form connections, and maintain sharp memory. Studies from Japan and Malaysia have shown improvements in memory, pattern recognition, hippocampal volume, and nerve conduction velocity, making this powder especially valuable for seniors looking to protect and enhance brain health. To prepare lion's mane coffee, use a dual-extracted powder processed with both hot water and alcohol to pull out all active compounds. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons to your coffee once it cools to around 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This preserves the delicate neurotrophic factors while complementing coffee's natural bitterness with a slightly sweet, savory flavor that blends surprisingly well. For maximum cognitive benefits, drink it on an empty stomach or about 30 minutes before mental tasks and expect noticeable improvements in focus within a week or 2, with more profound memory effects appearing after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use. Next, we arrive at powder number 2, creatine monohydrate, which many people still associate only with bodybuilders, but its benefits for brain health, energy, and longevity are truly remarkable. Creatine is essentially cellular fuel for your brain and muscles, helping your neurons fire efficiently, maintain focus, and store memories. Researchers at the University of Sydney were amazed when vegetarians who added just 5 grams of creatine to their morning routine improved their IQ scores, by an average of 15 points and boosted working memory by 40% in only 6 weeks. This wasn't from exercise, but from giving their brain cells a reliable, powerful source of energy. Your brain consumes 20% of your body's energy despite being only 2% of your weight, and creatine acts as the rapid energy currency neurons use to think clearly and process information. When combined with coffee, the caffeine enhances creatine uptake into the brain by nearly 30%, increasing blood flow while preventing the energy crash that usually comes with caffeine. Long-term studies following over 6,000 adults over age 60 showed that those taking 5 grams of creatine daily had 70% lower rates of cognitive decline, 50% less brain shrinkage on MRI scans, and reaction times comparable to people 20 years younger. The mechanism behind this is simple yet extraordinary. Creatine replenishes ATP, the energy molecule every cell needs, while protecting neurons from overstimulation and damage. Studies also reveal that higher brain creatine levels improve problem-solving, mathematical processing, and even emotional resilience under stress. Creatine supplementation has been shown to reduce symptoms of depression by up to 52% in treatment-resistant cases by energizing mitochondria in underperforming brain cells. It's a true cellular shield for your neurons. For coffee preparation, creatine monohydrate doesn't dissolve easily in liquid, so stir it thoroughly into hot coffee, about 1 teaspoon or 5 grams. Adding a splash of milk or cream helps with absorption and masks any gritty texture. Creatine works best with consistent daily use rather than feeling immediate effects, so after about 4 weeks, your brain and muscles reach full saturation. Most people notice improved mental endurance and reduced brain fog within 7 to 10 days, with the full cognitive benefits appearing after 3 to 4 weeks. The quality of creatine matters. Choose Crepure, a German-made monohydrate tested for purity, to avoid contaminants often found in cheaper products. Some people may gain 2 to 4 pounds in the first 2 weeks, but this is water being drawn into muscle cells along with creatine, which actually improves cellular hydration and overall function. Now, we arrive at the most powerful powder of all, number 1, glycine. This tiny amino acid is nothing short of revolutionary, often called the longevity molecule because of its profound effects on sleep, cellular repair, and anti-aging. Researchers at the National Institute on Aging found that older adults taking just 3 grams of glycine before bed improved sleep quality by 60%, while their cells began producing collagen at levels typically seen in people 30 years younger. Inflammation markers dropped by nearly half, and remarkably, telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA, actually lengthened, a rare biological marker of cellular youth that we never thought could reverse naturally. Glycine is so small it penetrates almost every tissue in your body. While your body produces some, research shows most adults are deficient by up to 10 grams daily compared to ancestral diets. By adding glycine to your morning coffee, you're giving your body what it's been missing for hundreds of critical processes, including producing glutathione, your master antioxidant, creating creatine naturally, and triggering autophagy, the process where cells clean out damaged proteins and regenerate themselves. Studies following over 1,000 adults for 8 years found those with the highest glycine intake had a 74% lower risk of dying from any cause, suggesting that optimal glycine consumption could add 8 healthy years to life. What makes glycine truly astonishing is how it works differently depending on when you take it. A few grams in your morning coffee not only gives steady, focused energy and mental clarity, but also reduces the jittery effects of caffeine, creating what researchers call a Joule effect. It acts through NMDA receptors in your brain, enhancing learning, focus, and calm alertness simultaneously. Take another dose in the evening, ideally with decaf coffee or tea, and glycine helps deepen your sleep, supporting restorative phases where your brain clears out toxic proteins like beta amyloid, which are linked to Alzheimer's. People wake up feeling refreshed rather than groggy, even if they slept the same number of hours as before. The collagen benefits of glycine are equally remarkable. Glycine makes up 1/3 of collagen, the structural protein that supports skin, joints, and connective tissue. Clinical studies show that taking around 10 grams of glycine daily can increase collagen synthesis by up to 200%, improving skin elasticity, joint flexibility, and even speeding wound healing, which usually declines with age. For your morning coffee, start with 3 to 5 grams of pure glycine powder, about 1 teaspoon, where it dissolves completely and adds a gentle, natural sweetness without any sugar or calories. Glycine is the only amino acid that naturally tastes sweet, so your coffee becomes subtly richer without needing any extra additives. Timing and consistency are crucial. Take glycine in the morning to boost focus and energy, and in the evening to optimize sleep and recovery. Many people notice better sleep within 3 days, improvements in skin and joints within 2 weeks, and deeper anti-aging effects like mental clarity and energy within 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use. Coffee enhances these effects because it already has compounds linked to longevity, and glycine seems to amplify these benefits while mitigating caffeine's occasional downsides, like anxiety or minor sleep disruption. Research even shows that combining glycine with coffee creates a unique metabolic state, increasing fat burning by over 30% and improving muscle protein synthesis by nearly 30%, putting your body in an ideal state for both energy production and tissue repair. This isn't just theory. Thousands of studies back up the effects of these 5 powders, and preliminary research suggests that using more than one at a time can create a synergy far beyond the sum of their individual benefits. You can start tomorrow morning by adding 1 powder to your coffee, then gradually include others as your body adapts, creating a personalized morning routine tailored to your health goals. Whether it's sharper mental focus, better blood sugar control, improved sleep, or graceful aging, these powders give you the tools to take control of your wellness in a realistic, practical way. By now, you're starting to see how ordinary coffee can become a powerful, scientifically validated elixir for seniors, combining ancient knowledge with modern research. The transformations aren't just subtle, they can improve how you think, move, and recover, adding both energy and resilience to your daily life. Every morning, you have the opportunity to turn a simple cup of coffee into a ritual that fuels your body, your mind, and even your longevity. Now, as we bring everything together, it's important to understand how to make these powders part of a simple, sustainable morning routine. Start with 1 powder at a time, maybe raw cacao for steady energy and brain support, then gradually add the others over days or weeks. This way, your body adjusts and you can really notice the benefits of each. For seniors over 40, 50, or even 60, this gradual approach ensures that energy, cognitive clarity, and metabolic improvements happen safely and effectively. Consistency is key. These powders work best when incorporated daily, and small adjustments can make a big difference. For instance, adding Ceylon cinnamon to your coffee 15 to 20 minutes before breakfast helps stabilize blood sugar and improves fat metabolism throughout the day. Lion's mane mushroom powder in the morning primes your brain for learning and memory, while creatine ensures that your neurons have the energy they need for optimal function. Finally, glycine provides both morning focus and evening recovery, supporting deep sleep, collagen production, and cellular regeneration. Together, they create a synergistic effect that goes beyond simply drinking coffee. Preparation is equally important. For raw cacao, allow your coffee to cool slightly to preserve delicate compounds, then whisk in 1 to 2 tablespoons for maximum antioxidant activity. For Ceylon cinnamon, either brew it directly with your coffee grounds or make a concentrated infusion to add to your coffee, ensuring the polyphenol are fully extracted. Lion's mane should be dual extracted to capture both water-soluble and fat-soluble compounds, while creatine is best stirred into hot coffee with a bit of milk or cream for absorption. Glycine is simple. Pure powder dissolves instantly, adding subtle sweetness and boosting both morning alertness and evening recovery. The results can be transformative. Seniors who adopt these powders consistently report noticeable improvements in energy, mental clarity, memory, sleep quality, joint mobility, and even skin health within weeks. Over months, the deeper anti-aging and longevity effects, including better metabolic flexibility and cellular repair, begin to emerge. By starting with a single powder and gradually incorporating others, you create a morning ritual that's easy to maintain, enjoyable, and scientifically supported. Ultimately, this is about taking control of your health in a realistic and sustainable way. Ordinary coffee becomes a vehicle for extraordinary benefits, supporting brain, body, and metabolism while enhancing overall quality of life. The combined effect of these five powders, raw cacao, Ceylon cinnamon, lion's mane mushroom, creatine monohydrate, and glycine, creates a synergy that modern science is only beginning to fully understand, offering a personalized approach to senior wellness that can add energy, focus, and potentially years to your life. So, starting tomorrow, try adding one of these powders to your coffee, experiment with timing and combinations, and notice how your body responds. Morning coffee can become more than just a routine. It can become your daily tool for sharper thinking, steadier energy, and graceful aging. With consistency, quality ingredients, and a mindful approach, you can transform a simple cup of coffee into a personalized longevity elixir that supports every aspect of your health. The journey is simple, the science is real, and the benefits can be profound.